Hey, Scarefest, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly. I know I'm wearing my hat for the people I work for. And this is part 2 of my Stand review. The last one, I concentrated quite, what am I doing with my hair? I concentrated quite a bit on the performances in The Stand, the new miniseries. I have finally finished the miniseries, and I don't like it either. This is what an actual person wrote on IMDb. If King had written this book like this non-linear mess, it would have been edited or shelved. The makers of the show assume you A, have read the book and know the material, or B, have seen the original ABC series and know the material. This is a big miss. No character development, no tension, none of the building blocks for good storytelling. Man, it's pretty accurate and it sums this up. Yes, I've got a cat on me right now. Because I feel like The Stand was ready to be updated, not because of COVID, which is interesting how COVID changed the world the whole time I was watching it, like a lot of other people, thinking that, why aren't there more people wearing masks? They're going to catch something. But back to, it's told in a nonlinear fashion. You'll be with one character, then go back to where they came from, and that can help. But the first character that they concentrate on is Harold Lauder, and I've told you he's played by Owen Teague. It's just kind of a mess of a miniseries. Now, one of the big things, and this is a spoiler alert, I want to get into spoilers. One of the things that people complained about the original 94, directed by Mick Garris, was the ending with the hand of God actually picking up the nuclear weapon and then exploding and killing everyone. And this one is handled slightly differently. Other than better special effects, I don't know it's any better. Basically, a smoke comes in, lightning bolts come in, start cutting people in half, the bad people, killing them, and then the nuclear explosion still happens. But there's a moment in the original miniseries in the book where you hear Mother Abigail's voice. It's like, come on home, to our Larry Underwood and another character that's different in this one. They switch those out. And you say, come on home, because their job was to go to there and stand for what they believe in, stand against evil, make a stand, make a choice. That was the point. And I think it's lost. If they're underwater, it doesn't just have the gravitas of the original. Even with the shitty special effects, the ending of the original was better. In this one, it is slightly, if you've ever read the book, Randall Flagg does get away. In this one, he gets away too. And it sets up the last night of this. It was 9 nights long. It's 9 hours. The last hour is a little bit more like the book of Stu, what's her face, or driving back to Maine because she wants to go back to Maine. She's had her kid. They stop at a house. They have an accident. And this young lady helps them, who may or may not be Mother Abigail reincarnated, which makes no sense. It doesn't in any way, shape, or form push the story along. All it does is set up that they could do a season 2 of this mess, of this nonsense, which they really should never do. It sounds like I've crapped on this show a lot, and I have. I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed parts of it, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen either. Another person who watched it with me said, I've never read the book. I don't remember the miniseries. It's not that bad. To end this review, I think that's probably true. If you've never read the book, if you've not seen the miniseries, well, then I think it's going to be confusing to you. But if you can get through the plot, because there's so much non-linear jumping back and forth that doesn't really go anywhere, if you can get through that, then it's probably not the worst thing you've ever seen, which is a huge insult because this is Stephen King and one of Stephen King's best novels. The last thing you want to do, you either want to swing for the fences, completely miss it, and make something interesting but sucks. But what you've made is meandering and boring. So the new Stand is just kind of meanders and is boring. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly.